Hey, Musa, good morning. Can you hear me? Good. Hey, Nick, good morning. Behind the gun here, guys. I'm trying to get my acting here. Hey, Philip. Hey, Megan. Good morning. Good morning, Brianna. Gustavo. Good morning, D. Joanna. Mark. Good morning. It is Friday, the end of our first week. And I've got a piece of hair that's going crazy. Gustavo. Did you just wake up, my friend? Looks like it. All right, let me get some settings taken care of here. Let's see. Musa, yes, you were the very first one to sign on this morning. It is a good day because it's Friday. That just means we get to spend 2 more days in our homes but it's without sport, so that's good. All right, I'm going to give us another minute or two to get everybody on. We were a little bit slower this morning getting on Friday, and I have been watching Mr. Taylor's YouTubes. Quite the interesting science classes you guys have. I feel like we all have to up our game a little bit with Mr. Taylor. I'm not sure if we can do that or not, but now's the time to be a science student. My understanding is he's got a lot of other cool things planned for coming up. So I'm going to actually be watching Mr. Taylor science classes for some amusement. Hey, Arthur, good morning. Hey, Ashley, good morning. Nick, good morning. All right, I'm waiting for, I'm missing Jed. I'm missing Coletti. Hey, Kathleen, good morning. I see Kathleen's hand. That's about all I see of Kathleen is her hand, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to give it 1 more minute. We're a little bit slower getting on. Well, we're missing Jed. We're missing, who is Look at Curry Man? I don't know who you are. Please put your name on there so I know who you are. Show your face so I know who I'm talking to. Let's see. Musa asked if you can chat. No, I don't want you guys to chat this morning. I want to get going. I'll let you guys do that every now and then. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start so we can make sure that we get through what we need to get through. I am going to try to end. I say this every day, but I really am going to try to end a little bit earlier. I don't have everyone's homework yet. I know it wasn't due, I said, until 3 o'clock today, but because I want to hold off going over our homework, I'm going to wait so everyone have a chance to turn it in. We'll go over it first thing Monday morning. So let me pray. I'll give you some announcements, and we will go from there. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for today, Lord. Thank you for a Friday, our first full week of completing our online schooling, Lord. I know this has been an adjustment for our staff. It's been definitely an adjustment for our students and the families of our students, Lord. But just thank you so much for the impact that we're able to do, continuing education, Lord. You're such a gracious God, such a good God to allow us to do this. I continue again to lift up our country to you, Lord, to lift up our president, lift up his team of people, Lord. I'm sure the weight of so much is on their shoulders from a human standpoint. I pray we as Christians, we have the answer, Lord, and the answer is you, dear Lord. And I pray that we call out to you, we'll reach out to you, that we'll be able to be the calm through so many people's storms along with this. Thank you for loving us. Help us get accomplished today what we need to get accomplished in our classes. In your son's name I pray. Okay, all right. I hear that some people may not be having some problems getting on. We are still, for those of you that may or may not have problems, we are doing this YouTube live streaming, so it'll be saved later. So we'll go from there. Okay, all right, I don't have everybody, so maybe we are having some difficulties getting on today. But those of you that I have here, Curry Man is asking me how you change your name. You have to, my understanding is to go into your original spot where you set up your Zoom account through your Zoom app or whatever, and then do your setup, and then you can change your name for there. When you set up your Zoom account, you were asked to put a name in. A lot of times it defaulted to whatever your device was, or you could purposely put in a name, whatever. But go back through to your settings and your setup on your Zoom account, and that's where you can change your name. For example, when I set up my Zoom account, it was Cheryl Kidd. I went back through and changed it to Mrs. Kidd. So you can do it, but it's just you have to go back to where you originally set up your Zoom account to begin with. So no, Curry Man, you cannot change it now while you're with me, or it'll take you out. If you just want to chat me who you are, then you can go from there. So, okay, let's look real quickly at our board. Jeremiah 33:3. I am so excited that we ended on these words on a Friday as we're going into a weekend, as we're going into obviously 2 days of more downtime. I am so excited about these next two words. Let me read Jeremiah 33:3 again. Again, I am trying to give you hope through this time period in our history. We are living history. You will be able to tell your children one day, I remember when. Or they'll ask you, hey mom, hey dad, tell me about the coronavirus. Tell me about when you guys couldn't do physical school for the last 8 weeks of your year. Tell me about when all the stores closed down. I've heard about that. What was it really like? It's kind of like some of us, we can go back to our grandparents and our great-grandparents. This is funny. Lisa said it was a boring time. Yes, Lisa, I 100% agree with you. It's not been the most exciting time. But like I can go back to my grandparents, maybe your great-grandparents, and say, what was the Great Depression like? And they can tell you firsthand, it was like this. This is what we had to go through. And they lived to tell about it. They lived to be able to make it a memory. And that's what one day you guys, coronavirus, COVID-19 will be a memory. Not the virus. I think the virus probably will be here to stay for a while, but how we combat it will be different. What we do to protect ourselves moving forward will be different. So I'm trying to give you some hope through all of this. We are a Christian school. We do learn things from a godly perspective. And if we don't put God in this, then there really is, we can be a hopeless people. Let me read Jeremiah 33:3 again for you. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. We've talked about the call unto me, talked about our part as Christians. We are to call unto God, and call unto a God who is bigger than COVID-19. God was not taken by surprise with COVID-19. He's not up in heaven right now worrying, okay, what am I going to do? How do I fix this? God knew all about COVID-19 before we even had a remote inkling about COVID-19. But like I said, the most exciting part is today is the two words, I will. So we learned yesterday, call unto me and. So it's our part, what we're going to do. Now the good part happens. Now the exciting part. Now the part where we truly can have hope and have peace through this time. The words, I will. Again, I can promise Jed something. I can say, Jed, when this is all over, I will take you to the movies. I will take you to the mall. I will take you here. We'll go out to eat there, whatever the case is. I will, but that I will is only as good as the person who's saying it. It may happen, I may not happen, I don't know. But the person that's the I in this, the I of the I will, is God himself. God told us, call unto me, give me your concerns, give me your cares, pray to me, cry out to me. Then he says, and, which means he's going to do something. What he's going to do, it starts with I will. Anytime God says I will, he will. Jed or any of my kids, if I say I will, most of the time I'll try my best, but it doesn't mean I can 100% accomplish that. God says, call unto me and I will. So going into this weekend, going into another week of isolation, another week of staying at home, another week of hearing grim reports on the news, we can hold fast to the fact that God promises he will do something. Now it even gets better from there. We'll talk about that next week about what he's going to do through this time in history. So I'm excited about that. So all that being said, let's turn to page 267 real quick. Turn in your books to page 267. We aren't going to review anymore. We reviewed a lot yesterday. I will, like I said, your homework is section 17.1 review, numbers 1 through 11. They do not have to be in complete sentences, but they do have to be answered. Obviously, all the questions have to be answered again. I encourage you yesterday, please don't go through this so quickly that you forget to answer maybe a second part of a certain question. For example, question number 1 is 2 questions. So make sure you're answering everything you need to answer. That is due this afternoon by 3 o'clock. If it comes in after 3 o'clock, it's going to be considered late. And again, remember, homework is 60% of your grade. 60%, that's more than half. That means if you don't do well, if you don't turn homework in and you get zeros or even 59 consistently, 60%, the majority of your grade is going to be reflective of that. So please, I'm going to try to end a little bit earlier here so you'll have time before your next class to get this done. Okay, I want to talk about what's coming up. Ooh, sorry, I just moved the screen. Talk about what's coming up next week. We have another geography project, a couple of pages that'll be due next week. Next, let me look at my study guide here. Next, let me see when I'm going to have these due. Due on Friday of next, actually, we're not here Friday. So it'll be due on Thursday of next week. Remember, we sent out a calendar change to your parents through email and on ThinkWave yesterday. We had actually Easter break is now next Friday through next Monday. So there won't be any classes a week from today or a week from Monday. So you have a 4-day weekend coming up next weekend. So this homework will be due on Thursday. It is the next 2 pages or 2 pages in your civics book. It's page 46 and 47. I have uploaded those pages to ThinkWave. Basically, it's asking you to come up with a historical person in your state. And there's some questions you need to answer about that. So it's only 2 pages that I'm asking you to do. They've been uploaded. That is due on Friday. So those of you that have either lost your civics book, don't know where your civics book is, I've uploaded that for you. We are going to start today. I have a quick, really cute video on reviewing our states and capitals. We are still working on that. Now we've covered all of our states and capitals across the country. So therefore, the next quiz that we have on states and capitals will be over everything. So I'm going to show a quick video for that in a second. One other homework that will go up today that's an extra credit quiz grade for you. By next Thursday, I would like you to upload in that assignment, the extra credit assignment. If you'd like an extra credit quiz grade, it's only going to help you. Remember, quizzes and tests and all that still count for 40%, so you still want to do well on your quizzes and tests. Normally if I had you physically in class with me, I would review the states and capitals. Either I'd hold up pieces of paper or I would review individually with you. I can't do that as well now because we're not here physically with each other. So I want you, again, it's extra credit, you can make up your own study guide, so to speak, whether it's index cards where you have the state on one side, you flip it over and you have the capital on the other side. Or you can do pieces of paper. Any way that you are going to effectively be able to study for your states and capitals. I've explained before, studying effectively for your states and capitals is you have to be able to drill yourself, meaning you have to be able to look at what the capital is and flip it over and know what the state is. So I want you to create your own study guide for that, whether it is index cards, whether it's pieces of paper, however it works for you. Create a study guide. Take a picture of what you're doing, upload it to the assignments, and you can receive 100 extra credit quiz grade. That will help you when it comes time for our states and capitals quiz if you already have 100 in there. So that assignment will be up on ThinkWave later, so we can do that. Okay, I'm going to get ready to play a video for you. I'm going to share it with you. You should be able to hear it. If you cannot hear it for whatever reason, I need you to chat and say, Mrs. Kidd, I can't hear it. But it's just a fun, cute, silly video, basically of each state giving its capital, just to kind of get us back thinking about it again. So I am going to share my screen with you. Share my sound with you now. All right, thumbs up if you can see the screen that I've shared with you. It should be a map of the United States. Does everybody see it? Philip, do you see it? Musa, you see it? Jed, you see it? Okay, I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to thumbs up. Musa, you're going to be my test person. Thumbs up if you can hear the video, because if you can hear it, everybody can hear it, okay? It's about a 5-minute video. I need everyone to listen. Again, it's going to be silly, it's going to be cute, but it's going to get these states and capitals back in your head, okay? So I'm going to play it. Musa, you tell me with a thumbs up if you can hear it. All right. I saw Musa seem to enjoy that. He was doing his own. What's up? What's current today? Like TikTok videos. Musa, you could add your own TikTok video to all of that. So again, like I said, this was meant to be funny, but it was also meant to show you we have quite a lot of states we've got to get down in the next week or two. So again, give me your study guide, however you're going to plan on studying for your states and capitals. If you upload that to that extra credit assignment by next Thursday, you can have 100% on the upcoming quiz grade. Musa is showing me his textbook. If you just upload the copy of your textbook map, that won't cut it. You need to show me how you're going to try to do it. The easiest thing might be if you have index cards. Some of you guys can have some index cards and do the state on one side, the capital on the other. So, okay. I am going to, it is 9:22. Does anybody have any questions? Chat me any questions before I get off the meeting, because I want to give you guys a chance to get your homework done so you can get that in. Does anybody have any questions? I am seeing nothing. Anyone have any questions? Okay, remember guys, tomorrow you have got to come to school, or a parent has to come to school between 10 and 1. If you have material still here, you should have received a text or something letting me know what was, or letting you know what's still at school. So 10 to 12, or excuse me, 10 to 1, you need to be here tomorrow. Question, the homework, again, the homework page 267, 1 through 11. Page 267, 1 through 11, and your geography project 15. All of it's on ThinkWave. Is that the only question? If you've already turned it in, it's great. I have it, I just haven't graded it. This is for people who have not turned it in yet. I looked today, there was probably half the class has turned it in, the other half of the class has not turned it in. So again, it's got to be to me by 3 o'clock this afternoon, or it's going to be considered late and it'll go down as a 0. And then if you do turn it in, it'll be changed to a late grade. Any other questions? Any other questions? Nick R, I'm not sure. I haven't looked. When I looked this morning, I didn't write down who turned it in and who didn't turn it in. If you I will see you guys. I don't have you today. I don't have a way of knowing who has it because I don't have it here in front of me. But if you uploaded it successfully, then you don't have to worry about it. I just haven't opened it. Jed is asking me, can we use this? Where is Jed on my screen? No, Jed, you may not use your textbook. I want you to do something above and beyond your textbook. The answer is no to that, Jed. That will not count. All right, anybody have any other questions before I end the meeting? If you are done with your homework, then you've got a free pass till your next class at 10. If you use this time to get your homework done, and not just this homework, if you have other classes, you can do your homework in too. Again, we'll see you guys on Monday. We haven't even had a class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. You're off Friday and then the following Monday. Tomorrow was supposed to be the day I was going to Six Flags for opening day. I guess that is not happening this year, at least not right now. So now I'm going to be in my house. So you guys stay safe. I want you, I am praying for each of you guys every day. I'm praying for your families. I'm praying for you guys, praying for our school family. So I just want to let you know that you are on my heart, even though I physically cannot see you every day. So 1 second. Nick L is asking me what page will we find the geography project information? It is, you mean where to, are you asking Nick where the actual geography project 15 is, or where the information is to find that information? I'm going to unmute you, Nick. Not letting me unmute you, Nick. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, say that again, Nick. What is I don't even have Geography Project 15. It should tell you where you can find the information. There are maps in your textbook. Let me see if my book tells me. Give me a second. I'm going to step away from the screen. I'll pull up my Geography Project 15 book. Hold on 1 second, Nick. All right, geography project 15. Okay, it says page 27 in your map book. So if you have page 27, that's where you go back and look. Do you have your map book with you, Nick? You have your geography project actual book with you? You don't have it. Okay, I will upload page 27 to the assignment, so if you need it, it'll be in there, okay? So give me a little bit of time. I won't be able to upload it. I teach again. I'll try to upload it before 10. If not, it's going to have to wait till 11, okay? So I'll upload page 27 for you. All right. Anybody else have any questions? If not, I'm getting the meeting. I will see you guys on Monday.